Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to explore something new. What do we got today?
Well, today we're heading over to Central Asia. We're going to be taking a look at the e-commerce scene in Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Interesting. I haven't heard much about their tech scene.
Exactly. That's why this is so fascinating. We're going to be focusing on this company called Uzum.
Uzum. Okay, I am not familiar with them.
They're making some serious waves, though. Like
Yeah.
seriously serious. We're talking tech, unicorn level stuff here.
Unicorn status, so they must be pretty big then.
Oh, yeah. They're the leading e-commerce platform in Uzbekistan, like the platform.
Wow, that's a pretty powerful position to be in. I mean, e-commerce is huge everywhere, but especially in developing economies, right?
Absolutely. And when you're the dominant player in a growing market like Uzbekistan's, the potential is massive. We're talking shaving the entire digital economy, not just online shopping.
So who's the brains behind this whole operation?
So the CEO, his name is Jasur Jamayev, and he founded Uzum back in 2018. Talk about a visionary, right?
From 2018 into unicorn status. That's like, what, 6 years? That's an incredibly fast rise. For our listeners who might not be totally familiar with the term unicorn, what does that actually signify in the tech world?
Yeah, good point. Basically, a unicorn is a privately held startup company valued at over, get this, $1 billion.
A billion with a B. It's a bit of a mythical creature in the business world, a sign that investors see enormous potential and are willing to bet big on the company's future.
And you know what? Uzum totally seemed to deserve that bet. They've got something like 10 million monthly active users.
10 million, wow. To put that into perspective, that's like the entire population of Sweden using this one platform every single month. Talk about market penetration.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about how many people in Sweden use like Spotify or something. It's just massive. And their financials, forget about it.
Okay, let's hear some numbers.
All right, so their e-commerce division alone, in the first 9 months of 2024, their turnover, so their revenue, basically, it tripled.
Tripled.
Yeah, they hit $237 million.
Whoa. Okay, so there's obviously a lot of factors contributing to this kind of growth. But I'd imagine a big one is the increasing internet penetration in Uzbekistan, right?
For sure, yeah. More and more people are getting online, and that's a huge driver. But Uzum's not just riding that wave, they're actively shaping it. They have expanded way beyond just being an e-commerce marketplace.
So what else are they doing?
They're offering all sorts of things. Payments, financial services, you name it. They're even providing support for small businesses to get online and reach a wider audience.
It sounds like they're creating a whole ecosystem, kind of a one-stop shop for all things digital in Uzbekistan.
And doing it profitably, too. In those same 9 months, they pulled in a consolidated net income of $100 million.
Consolidated net income, just to break that down a little, is basically the company's total profit after all expenses, taxes, everything's accounted for. So that 100 million, that means they're not just bringing in money, they're managing their finances really well.
Absolutely. It shows a really strong business model, not just a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
They're building something sustainable. So, okay, we've established Uzum as a giant, growing like crazy and making bank. But I guess the big question is, what does this all mean for, everyday people in Uzbekistan? How's this actually impacting lives?
That's the most exciting part, isn't it? Think about the ripple effects. Imagine a craftsperson in a remote village. Now with Uzum, they can sell their goods to customers across the entire country. No more being limited to just a local market.
And on the flip side, someone in a city can discover unique, handcrafted items they wouldn't have had access to before. Opens up a whole new world, right?
Right. And it's not just about buying and selling. Uzum is providing access to financial services for people who might have been excluded from the traditional banking system. They're helping small businesses get off the ground, creating jobs, boosting the local economy.
Wow, it really is a whole ecosystem. And, I mean, think about the impact on education, too. With better internet access and digital tools, people have more opportunities for online learning, skill development. I mean, the possibilities are really endless.
Exactly. Uzum's success story goes way beyond just, the bottom line. They're influencing how people live, work, learn, connect. It's really transformative.
It really is. And it makes you wonder, could this be a model for other developing countries? Can Uzum's success be replicated elsewhere? And what kind of impact could that have on a global scale?
That's a great question, and one I don't think we have a clear answer to yet. But it's definitely something to watch, to learn from. Uzum's story is proof that innovation can happen anywhere, and that technology can be a powerful force for positive change.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into Uzum. Uzbekistan's e-commerce powerhouse, a company that's not just breaking records but breaking barriers, and maybe, just maybe, rewriting the rules of the game. It's definitely a story worth following. What a ride.
Definitely one to keep an eye on. Who knows what they'll achieve next?
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
See you next time.
See ya.